On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Nuclear.
Of or relating to or constituting the nucleus of an atom, deriving destructive energy from the release of atomic energy.
Examples:
Nuclear fusion. Use of nuclear power. Many countries have now agreed to a treaty banning the use of nuclear weapons.
React.
To take action in response to something.
Examples:
React at a high temperature. React against his way of thinking. How did he react to your idea?
Dosimeter.
A device used to measure and record an individual's exposure to radiation over a specific period of time, commonly used to monitor radiation levels in workers or individuals in radiation-prone environments.
Examples:
Dosimeter reading. Environmental dosimeter. The workers at the nuclear facility must always wear a radiation dosimeter.
Radiation.
The energy that comes from a nuclear reaction in the form of rays, waves, or particles, and that can be hazardous to health.
Examples:
Exposure to radiation. Electromagnetic radiation. He tried every possible treatment, including chemotherapy and radiation therapy.
Berserk.
In a state of wild, frenzied, or unrestrained behavior, acting or behaving in a violent, irrational, or uncontrollable manner.
Examples:
Run berserk. A berserk rage. The fans went berserk when their team scored the winning goal in the game's final seconds.
Frenetic.
Frenzied, fast-paced, and full of energy or activity, characterized by intense and chaotic busyness or agitation.
Examples:
Frenetic dancing. Frenetic energy. The frenetic pace of the city can be overwhelming for some people.
Frantic.
Marked by uncontrolled excitement or emotion, wild, frenzied.
Examples:
Frantic pace. With frantic haste. The mother was frantic as she searched for her lost child.
Anniversary.
The annual recurrence of a date marking a notable event, a date on which an event occurred in a previous year.
Examples:
Anniversary celebration. A bicentennial anniversary. They celebrated their 10th anniversary with a romantic dinner.
Accident.
An unfortunate event, especially one causing damage or injury.
Examples:
Cause an accident. Injury in a car accident. The accident partially destroyed my vehicle.
Reluctantly.
In a way that you are unwilling to do something, with hesitation.
Examples:
Reluctantly approve the idea. Reluctantly leave. He reluctantly agreed to go to the party.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Bomb.
A weapon that explodes and is used to kill or injure people or to cause damage to something.
Examples:
Atomic bombs. Disarm the bomb. The use of cluster bombs is strictly prohibited by international law.
Sarcophagus.
A stone coffin, often adorned with sculpture or inscriptions, usually used to hold the remains of a deceased person or people.
Examples:
Sarcophagus lid. Ancient sarcophagus. The pharaoh was buried in an ornate sarcophagus complete with intricate hieroglyphics.
Hasty.
Done or acting with excessive speed or urgency and without sufficient thought or consideration.
Examples:
A hasty temper. Hasty commitment. The hasty conclusion drawn by the researchers resulted in flawed study findings.
Crack.
To break or cause to break without dividing into separate parts. Noun, a line on the surface of something along which it is separated without breaking.
Examples:
Crack an eggshell. A crack in a board. He that would eat the kernel must crack the nut.
Rust.
A reddish-brown coating or corrosion layer that forms on iron or steel as a result of exposure to moisture and oxygen, the process of corrosion on metal caused by oxidation.
Examples:
Rust-proofing. Rusty metal. The old car was covered in rust and needed extensive repair work.
Leak.
To allow liquid or gas to get in or out from a hole or crack in a pipe or container.
Examples:
Leak data. Leak a classified memo. He leaked serious accounting irregularities that only people in the company's executive could know.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
Driving distance. Social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Soil.
The top layer of earth in which plants grow.
Examples:
Soils retentive of moisture. Parched soil. Soil moisture is another significant component controlling soil respiration.
Contaminate.
To make something impure, unclean, or poisonous by contact or mixture.
Examples:
Contaminate with a disease. Contaminate his ego. We strive not to contaminate the environment when demolishing petroleum plants.
Tight.
Fixed, fastened, or kept together firmly or closely.
Examples:
A tight game. Student on a tight budget. The national election was held amid tight security.
Exclusion.
The act of keeping someone or something out or preventing them from participating in or being part of something.
Examples:
Gender exclusion. Exclusion criteria. The policy of exclusion has caused significant harm to marginalized communities.
Zone.
A specific area, region, or section that is marked off or defined in some way.
Examples:
Time zone. Zone defense. He was reluctant to leave his comfort zone and try something new.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Draconian.
Severe or harsh, excessively strict.
Examples:
Draconian austerity. Draconian laws. The government implemented a series of draconian measures to control the spread of the virus.
Constant.
Happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
A constant wind. A constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Contamination.
The presence of something harmful or unwanted in a substance, material, or environment, the act of introducing harmful substances or materials into an environment or area.
Examples:
Contamination levels. Soil contamination. The contamination of the water supply led to widespread illness in the community.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Unlikely.
Not probable or likely to happen.
Examples:
Unlikely event. It is unlikely that he would win the game. The passage of the bill is unlikely.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Settler.
A person who moved with a group of others to live in a different country or area.
Examples:
New settlers. Settlers on some foreign shore. A large proportion of railway workers in settler colonies were white.
Lifespan.
The length of time for which a person, animal lives, or thing exists.
Examples:
Lifespan extension. Lifespan retrieval curve. Generally speaking, men have a shorter lifespan than women.
Overused.
Used too often or too much, to the point of becoming cliched, lacking originality.
Examples:
Overused common. Overused cliche. The concept of time travel has become overused in science fiction and fantasy, with many movies and books exploring the idea.
Alcohol.
A clear liquid that can make people drunk and is used in medicines, cleaning products, etc.
Examples:
Stop drinking alcohol. Diluted alcohol. There is a clear association between alcohol consumption and cognitive decline.
Cigarette.
A small cylindrical roll of finely cut tobacco leaves wrapped in paper for smoking.
Examples:
A mild cigarette. A cigarette case. He lit a cigarette and leaned against the wall.
Evacuate.
To remove people or things from a place of danger or threat, to leave or abandon a place or situation, often due to fear or risk.
Examples:
Evacuate the building. Evacuate civilians. The town was forced to evacuate due to the hurricane approaching.
Survivor.
A person who remains alive after an event in which others have died.
Examples:
Ovarian cancer survivor. A single survivor. The shipwreck survivor was rescued after floating in the ocean for 3 days.
Defy.
To challenge or dare someone to do something, to resist or disobey a rule, decision, etc.
Examples:
Defy gravity. Defy authority. She tried to defy her parents by moving to the city against their wishes.
Ancestral.
Related to or connected with members of your family from the past.
Examples:
An ancestral graveyard. Ancestral roots. The ancestral home has been in the family for generations.
Illegal.
Not allowed by law.
Examples:
Illegal drugs. Child of illegal immigrants. The customs agents seized the illegal shipment.
Grave.
A place where a dead body is buried, typically marked by a headstone or other memorial. A very serious, solemn, or important matter. Verb, to carve, cut, or etch a design, inscription, or mark onto a hard surface, such as stone or metal. Adjective, serious, solemn, or weighty in nature.
Examples:
Graven image. Grave mistake. Many innocent civilians were killed and buried in mass graves outside the city during the war.
Unaware.
Not understanding something or having knowledge or idea of something.
Examples:
Entirely unaware of the danger. Unaware of the reality. He was unaware of the scrutiny.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Decidedly.
In a manner that is beyond doubt or question, in a way that is clear and unmistakable, in an emphatic or determined manner.
Examples:
Decidedly unfriendly. Decidedly different. She was decidedly unimpressed with his latest attempt at a joke.
Scatter.
To cause to separate and go in different directions.
Examples:
Scatter seeds. Scatter around the internet. The hunter's approach scattered the geese.
Eerily.
In a strange, weird, or unsettling manner, suggesting the presence of supernatural or mysterious elements.
Examples:
Eerily accurate. Eerily atmospheric. The abandoned house was eerily silent, as if someone was watching from within.
Silent.
Without any or little sound.
Examples:
Silent reading. Give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Charm.
The power or quality of pleasing or fascinating people.
Examples:
Masculine charm. Charm against bad luck. These are significantly more exquisite than typical charm bracelets.
Bucolic.
Relating to or characteristic of the pleasant aspects of the countryside or rural life, having a rustic, idyllic, or pastoral quality.
Examples:
Bucolic setting. Surrounded with bucolic charm. We enjoyed a bucolic picnic in the meadow, surrounded by rolling hills.
Bulldoze.
To level or clear an area of land using a bulldozer equals a large, heavy vehicle with a blade on the front, to use force or the threat of force to make them do something or to get them to move out of the way.
Examples:
Bulldoze a mound. Bulldoze a person into buying. They bulldozed the old building to make way for a new one.
Vestige.
A trace, mark, or evidence of something that once existed but has now disappeared or diminished.
Examples:
A vestige of a castle wall. A vestige of the virus. The abandoned building was a vestige of the city's past, with nothing left but memories.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction. A play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
A tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Resident.
A person who lives in a particular place or has their home in a place.
Examples:
A resident of the city. Resident tax. Visa renewal for resident foreigners in this country is once every 5 years.
Demographic.
A statistic characterizing that describes people or groups of people based on their age, sex, income, etc.
Examples:
Demographic analyses. Demographic policy. Several demographic indicators correlate with care admission.
Isolate.
To physically or socially separate someone or something from other people or things.
Examples:
Isolate a compound. Isolate a patient. You should not isolate them from the community.
Chimney.
A vertical structure that channels smoke or gas from a fire or furnace out of a building. A hollow column or tube that facilitates air or fluid flow throughout a system.
Examples:
Smoke chimney. Chimney sweep. The chimney in the factory was constantly emitting dark smoke.
Declare.
To say, state, or announce something clearly, officially, or publicly.
Examples:
Declare independence. Declare my love. Foreign goods from abroad must be declared to customs when entering a country.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Scare.
To frighten a person or animal, or to become frightened.
Examples:
scare off her attacker by screaming, scare the birds away. We hit the ground to scare out the rabbits.
Starvation.
A severe lack of food that leads to malnutrition and, ultimately, death.
Examples:
die of starvation, starvation wages. The drought led to widespread starvation in the region.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
survive a blizzard, survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Atrocity.
Brutal act, an extremely wicked or cruel act.
Examples:
commit atrocity, cold-blooded atrocity. The atrocity of the war left many children orphaned.
Enforce.
To make sure that people obey a particular law, rule, or situation.
Examples:
enforce the law, enforce a contract. Governments make rules, and police enforce them.
Famine.
A severe shortage of food, often caused by drought, war, or economic reasons.
Examples:
famine relief, coal famine. The severe famine caused by the drought has left many people without food.
Slash.
To cut with a sharp object using a quick and robust movement.
Examples:
slash a person with a knife. Price slash. The government had to slash national defense spending due to the recession.
Rap.
A type of music characterized by a strong, repetitive beat and lyrics that often focus on social and political issues, a reproach for some lapse or misdeed.
Examples:
rap music. Get a rap. The new rap album is getting a lot of attention.
Labor.
Productive work, especially physical work done for wages, the people who do manual or physical work in a country or company for wage. Verb, to work hard or to strive and make an effort to reach a goal.
Examples:
seasonal labor, manual labor. In several countries, child labor is a serious social problem.
Unwilling.
Not ready or wanting to do something.
Examples:
unwilling look. In an unwilling voice. They were unwilling to take any risks.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Logic.
A way of thinking or reasoning conducted or evaluated by strict validity principles, the study of correct reasoning or good arguments.
Examples:
An indisputable logic. A demonstration in logic. There's no logic in his description.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Outskirt.
The part of a town or city away from the center, typically the suburbs, the fringe or border of something.
Examples:
The outskirt of the forest. On the western outskirts. The outskirt of the city was quieter and more peaceful than the busy downtown area.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Whisper.
To speak very quietly to somebody using the breath rather than the voice so that only those close to you can hear you.
Examples:
Answer in a whisper. The whisper of the leaves. He took me aside and whispered in my ear.
Stork.
A very tall, long-legged bird with white and black plumage and a long beak that walks around in the water to find its food.
Examples:
Have a visit from the stork. The stork's bill. A stork flew slowly past.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Devastation.
The act of causing great destruction or damage, often on a large scale.
Examples:
Financial devastation. Devastation to life. The economic recession caused devastation in the housing market, with many people losing their homes.
Boar.
A wild pig, especially a male with tusks.
Examples:
Wild boar. Boar's head. The hunter tracked the boar through the forest for a good shot.
Lynx.
A wild cat with tufted ears, native to Eurasia and North America.
Examples:
Lynx habitat, lynx population. The Siberian lynx is a solitary hunter native to the boreal forests.
Moose.
A large deer native to the northern forests of North America and Eurasia.
Examples:
Moose hunting, moose population. The antlers of a bull moose can grow up to 6 feet in width and weigh over 60 pounds.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Trump.
A playing card with a picture of a trumpeter on it, used in certain card games.
Examples:
Trump card. Choose Trump. The trump suit in the game of bridge is determined at the beginning of each hand.
Upside.
The positive aspect or potential of something, the upper side of something.
Examples:
Have no upside. Market upside. Many people see the upside of traveling as an opportunity to experience new cultures and broaden their horizons.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Exodus.
A situation in which a large number of people leave or escape from a place at the same time.
Examples:
Mass exodus. The Oriental exodus from America. The rural exodus may cause long-term population loss.
Heroic.
Courageous and daring, having or displaying qualities appropriate for legendary figures, that is, courage and daring.
Examples:
A heroic poem. Heroic explorers. The heroic actions of individuals are now easily spread worldwide by SNS.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Plain.
Without being decorated in any way, noun, a vast expanse of flat land with few trees.
Examples:
Plain answer. Delta plain. The lowest lowland region is mostly flat plain.
Pragmatist.
A person who practically approaches situations and problems, someone who prioritizes usefulness and functionality over abstract principles or ideals.
Examples:
pragmatist perspective. A true pragmatist. As a pragmatist, she always focuses on finding practical solutions to problems.
Midnight.
The middle point of the night, usually defined as 12 a.m. or the start of a new day.
Examples:
midnight snack. Midnight shift. I stayed up until midnight watching my favorite movie.
Bucket.
An open container with a handle made of metal or plastic, often used for carrying liquids.
Examples:
bucket list. Bucket of golf balls. She filled a bucket with water and carried it back to the house.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Homemade.
Made at home rather than in a factory or workshop.
Examples:
homemade article. Homemade bread. I prefer homemade cookies over store-bought ones.
Vodka.
A distilled alcoholic beverage made from fermented grains or potatoes, typically with high alcohol content and little or no added flavoring.
Examples:
vodka shot. Flavored vodka. I ordered a vodka tonic at the bar.
Patina.
A thin layer that forms on the surface of an object as a result of natural aging or exposure to environmental factors, often valued for its aesthetic or historical significance.
Examples:
green patina. Coat with a patina. The antique dealer valued the piece higher due to its rich patina and aged appearance.
Defiance.
Behavior characterized by an open refusal to obey someone or something.
Examples:
fierce defiance. Adopt an attitude of defiance. He acted in defiance of our decision.
Hardy.
Able to withstand harsh conditions or difficult circumstances, robust, sturdy, or resilient.
Examples:
hardy plants. Hardy breed. The hardy construction workers worked tirelessly in the scorching heat to complete the project.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
toxic molecule. Exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
a complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Parse.
To separate a sentence into grammatical parts, such as subject, verb, etc., and describe their syntactic roles.
Examples:
Parse strings of the form. Parse the command line. At first, we have to parse out our priorities.
Conflicting.
Incompatible or inconsistent with something else, in disagreement.
Examples:
A lot of conflicting information. Make conflicting allegations. The witness's testimony was conflicting with the evidence found at the scene.
Fraught.
Causing, accompanied by, or full of anxiety, tension, or stress.
Examples:
Become increasingly fraught. Fraught with danger. The negotiations were fraught with challenges and setbacks.
Organization.
A group of people who work together for a shared purpose.
Examples:
Organization chart. Agricultural organization. She's the president of a large international organization.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Thyroid.
A large gland in the neck that secretes hormones essential for regulating metabolism, growth, and other bodily functions.
Examples:
Thyroid disorder. Thyroid medication. An underactive thyroid can lead to weight gain and fatigue.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis. Cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Trauma.
An emotional wound or shock often has long-lasting effects caused by a highly upsetting or shocking experience.
Examples:
Psychic trauma. Trauma care. Many civilians have suffered trauma as a result of the war.
Relocate.
To move or move something or someone to a new place and build a house or a business there.
Examples:
Relocate a company. Relocate with a new job. The university relocated to campuses several miles away.
Anxiety.
A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something that is happening or might happen in the future.
Examples:
Diagnosis of anxiety disorder. Anxiety for knowledge. She waited for her daughter with anxiety.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples:
The Great Depression. The root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Alcoholism.
A chronic disorder characterized by dependence on alcohol and repeated excessive use of alcoholic beverages.
Examples:
Acute alcoholism. Alcoholism recovery. He lost everything due to his alcoholism.
Unemployed.
Not having a job, although able to work.
Examples:
Assignment for the unemployed youth. People who are unemployed. My father was unemployed for so long.
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
Disrupt a well-ordered condition. Disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Transient.
Lasting only for a short time, not permanent or enduring.
Examples:
Transient population. Transient feeling. The hotel is only suitable for transient stays, as it does not offer long-term accommodations.
Concept.
An idea or principle associated with something abstract.
Examples:
Learn new concepts. Concept car. One such rapidly growing concept is quantum cryptography.
Laptop.
A portable computer that is small enough to be carried around easily and used on your lap.
Examples:
Bring my laptop. Thin and light laptop. I need to finish this report by tonight, so I'll be working on my laptop all day.
Cosmos.
Another name for the universe, mainly used when it is thought of as an ordered system.
Examples:
Exploration of cosmos. Origin of the cosmos. Supercomputers enable scientists to create computational models of the cosmos.
Rural.
Of or relating to the countryside.
Examples:
Rural accents. People in rural areas. Many rural areas are still impoverished.
Palpable.
Able to be felt or touched, easily perceivable or noticeable, tangible.
Examples:
Palpable tumor. Palpable lie. The tension in the room was palpable as they waited for the results to come in.
Versed.
Well-informed or experienced in a particular field or skill, knowledgeable or proficient.
Examples:
Versed in law. Tech-versed professional. She was well-versed in French literature and could recite many works by heart.
Poet.
A person who writes poetry.
Examples:
A court poet. A poet of sorts. She is a talented poet who has been recognized for her work.
Aphorism.
A concise statement that expresses a general truth or moral principle, a pithy and memorable statement that is meant to be easily remembered and understood.
Examples:
Aphorism writer. Famous aphorism. A penny saved is a penny earned is a well-known aphorism about the value of frugality.
Motherland.
A term used to refer to one's country of birth or origin, especially in a patriotic or emotional context, the land where one's ancestors or family originated.
Examples:
Motherland defenders. Songs of Motherland. He always spoke proudly of his motherland during the war.
Faith.
Complete trust in something or someone's ability or knowledge, a strong belief in religion, divine power, etc.
Examples:
Religious faith. Faith in government. He kept his robust faith in his company.
Radioactive.
Emitting powerful and dangerous energy when the nuclei, equal central parts, of atoms are broken up.
Examples:
Radioactive decay. Radioactive isotope. The radioactive material was carefully stored in a lead-lined container.
Outlive.
To live longer than another person.
Examples:
Outlive its usefulness. Outlive our child. She outlived her husband for many years.
Counterpart.
A person or thing that corresponds to or has the same function as another person or thing.
Examples:
Counterpart agreement. Negotiating counterpart. His counterpart in the other company is responsible for marketing.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
Estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Variable.
Likely to change or vary often, noun, a symbol, like X or Y, that is used in mathematical or logical expressions to represent a value that may be changed.
Examples:
A variable species. A dependent variable. Rainfall in the tropics is highly variable.
Longevity.
The property of being long-lived, great duration of service.
Examples:
Longevity crisis. Longevity genes. He is proud of the longevity of the business.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Palliate.
To make a disease, condition, or symptom appear less severe or intense than it actually is, to alleviate or ease symptoms without curing the underlying cause.
Examples:
Palliate symptoms. Attempts to palliate. The charity provided meals and shelter to palliate the suffering of the homeless population.
Rival.
A person, company, or thing competing with others for the same thing or in the same area.
Examples:
Rival bidder. Merge with a rival company. He interfered with his rivals in various ways during the campaign.
Revert.
To return to a previous state or condition, to reply.
Examples:
Revert to a heavy smoker. Revert to the original subject. After trying the new software, I reverted to the old version.
Occasionally.
Now and then, sometimes but not often.
Examples:
Occasionally dine with friends. Occasionally change the routine. She still occasionally writes a short romance novel.
Daring.
Brave and taking risks.
Examples:
Daring escape. Make a daring face. Her choices become increasingly daring and creative.
Flummox.
To perplex, confuse, or bewilder someone, to leave somebody completely unable to respond or react, because they are shocked or surprised.
Examples:
Flummox user. Flummox the audience. The complex puzzle game flummoxed me for hours, but I finally solved it.
Spirit.
The part of a person which is the seat of their mind, feelings, and character rather than their physical body, the general atmosphere of a place or situation, and the effect that it has on people.
Examples:
Spirit and the letter of the law. An indomitable spirit. Despite their tragic loss, the family is showing great spirit.
Halve.
To divide something into two equal parts, to reduce something by half its original amount or size.
Examples:
Have the price. Have the workload. I need to have the recipe to make just enough for 2 people.
Template.
A pre-designed file or document used as a starting point for a particular application so that the format does not have to be created from scratch.
Examples:
Template file. Template design. The template format provided a useful guide for creating the budget.
Grapple.
To make a strenuous effort to solve a problem, to engage in a close fight or conflict without weapons.
Examples:
Grapple with problem. Grapple with each other. He needed to grapple with structural reforms to improve the company's revenue.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Magnificent.
Extremely beautiful and impressive, grand or noble in thought or deed.
Examples:
A magnificent plan. A magnificent mountain. The magnificent scene of the glacier is awe-inspiring.
Tonic.
Of or relating to a musical or vocal sound regarding its pitch and duration of a musical sound. Noun, a medicinal substance producing physical, mental, or emotional vigor.
Examples:
The tonic Sol-Fa. A tonic medicine. A tonic syllable carries the main stress in a word.
Determination.
The quality of being persistent and purposeful, the act of finding out the exact nature or essence of something.
Examples:
A steely determination. Determination of a DNA sequence. His determination to succeed was unwavering, even in the face of adversity.